Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Most. Today I'm going to talk about creating mobile applications, Android mobile applications using native languages, Java and Kotlin, and using JavaScript to create Android apps. So stay tuned. So let's start the comparison with the performance. First of all, when you create mobile applications using Java and Kotlin, the native languages, the performance is much better than using JavaScript. That is based on my experience, and even if you create a mobile application and test it, you will notice the difference if you created it using Java and if you created it using the web using JavaScript. You will notice the difference. Of course, if you use an older phone, the difference in performance will be noticeable. But if you use a recent phone, the difference in terms of the performance isn't a big deal. So it depends upon phones users are going to use and install your app on. Let's move on to the second thing, which is the community. Whenever you face a problem while you are working with Java, you will definitely find the answer. Whereas when you are using JavaScript, the community is less, so you might not always find the solution, and it's going to take time, by the way, and you have to search a lot in order to find the errors and fix them, the bugs and fix them. And sometimes you have to depend on yourself to find the error, or your colleagues and friends whom you are working with on the project. The third thing is the cost. The cost of maintenance when you want to fix bugs in a big mobile application, Java is much more expensive, whereas JavaScript is less expensive. So this is important in terms of the budget that you currently have if you want to create a mobile application using Java or JavaScript. Let's move on to another point, which is how difficult it is to create a mobile application, Android mobile application using Java and JavaScript. So using Java, of course it's more difficult, and you need to know at least the basics of Java to create just a basic Android mobile application. Of course, if you want to create an advanced mobile application using Java, you need to have good understanding of Java and some experience so that you will be able to create advanced applications. Whereas if you use JavaScript framework, it's much easier, and you usually don't have to write a lot of code, because there are native libraries that you can install and things will be just a piece of cake. But again, with JavaScript frameworks, the performance is a little less than Java. So let's move on to another point, which is the native languages, Java and Kotlin, and with JavaScript. With JavaScript, you can use many frameworks. You can use Ionic, which is based on Angular. And if you already know Angular, then I would recommend using Ionic. If you know React, you can use something called React Native to create an Android mobile application. Whereas, and of course there are other libraries, but these are the two most popular. But with native languages, you have to use Java or Kotlin. Of course, Java is more difficult than Kotlin. Kotlin is slightly easier, and in order to use Java or Kotlin, you will have to use Android Studio, which is a complete environment that will help you download all the SDKs for Android and start coding and creating your application. So my recommendation when it comes to choosing a Java or JavaScript framework is that if you already know JavaScript, if you are already a web developer, then go for JavaScript frameworks. Go for React Native or Ionic or other JavaScript frameworks such as Cordova. And if you aren't a web developer and have some good understanding of programming, then I would recommend using Java or Kotlin. It doesn't matter, but Java is better because it will teach you a lot about programming, especially object-oriented programming. But this is my recommendation. And again, I'm emphasizing on the performance. The performance has always been the problem, but as phones are getting better, the performance isn't really noticeable. So as phones are getting better and better, you can use JavaScript because the performance isn't noticeable and users will not be pissed off. And by the way, I have a complete checklist that will help you choose either Java or JavaScript frameworks. You can download it. And if you have any questions, let me know. This is Most. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.